Hi,
Hey,
Tim.
how you doing?
I'm really good, thank you, darling. How are you?
I'm grand. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
very excited. We've been chatting for a while about this creation, this co-creation that we're bringing through on the 5th of September, and
Yeah,
it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
it does. Oh my goodness, it does. We're both really excited, and I think you'll soon hear why. I mean, if you've read the event blurb, you'll
Yeah.
know already, but this event is titled Stepping Fully into Your Spiritual Service, something which everyone is calling for, something which I get asked about, Tim. I don't know about you, but I get asked about a lot. How do we discover our true spiritual purpose, our mission here? How do we step into that path? Do you get
It's
asked that?
it's one of the most enduring questions that
Mhm.
I have been asked, particularly in the last 5 or 6 years, since things have
Mm.
been getting very interesting. What's my pathway? What's my calling? Where do I go? What's my purpose? Who am I?
Yeah.
And and this particular year, I don't think any of us will come out the other side of 2023 and say on an individual and a collective level that something remarkable hasn't occurred. It's the perception of the speed and the acceleration and the integration of the
Mm.
ascension process that we are actually in. Because for me, it's been an absolute rocket ride, but not just a normal one with nitrous oxide in the tank.
Yes.
And
Oh, bless you.
and I think most importantly, with the energies that we're working with this workshop, stepping fully into your spiritual service, what are we doing here? How do we commit to our highest timeline?
Mm.
We are all at this present moment being requested by our teams of light, by our monads, by to not just to adhere to the contract that we have signed with
Mhm.
ourselves before we came down to this planet, but to now is the time, basically. Now is the time. We are being asked to walk our talk, to step up, to, even if
Mm.
we don't feel ready, to shoulder that mantle of ascension responsibility. It's pretty big.
It is. And it's just like you say, you've got to walk the talk, and things such as devotion, true devotion to the higher heart, to the one true heart, to unity consciousness. There is no room for the wounds of the ego here to project further. And the devotion of love is something which is being emphasized right now through the initiations, through the illusions coming up, and Neptune itself. Because this event, Tim, am I all right to read a couple of the points of what we're going
Please
to do in
do.
this event
Please
together?
do.
So, in this event on the 5th of September, and there's an unlimited replay if you are busy that evening,
Mm.
tune in for the replay.
Yeah.
We're going to connect with the Council of Neptune to receive a collective transmission for the current expansion of this ascension process. We're going to bring them through and channel them in just a minute. Actually, they want to say something.
Okay.
We're going to receive a Neptunian dragon attunement to clear karmic confusion and
Mhm.
karmic entanglement. We're going to meet with Ascended Master Poseidon and the Oracle to receive clarity in your personal spiritual mission for this lifetime. Retrieve your spiritual gifts from the primordial and cosmic waters of the Divine Mother Father, and attain new tools to assist moving through any challenging initiations, any false beliefs, any illusions, and any dark nights.
Perfect. It's
It's perfect. It's juicy, as you
yeah.
called it, hey?
Yeah, it's juicy. The only way to describe it is like when you kind of actually look into the energy of what's coming through, particularly as, are we not in a Neptune retrograde at the moment as well?
We are in so many retrogrades right now,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is so beautiful to help us
It's
go within.
beautiful, but it's also incredibly challenging, and it
It
sets
is.
a almost like a something that which could be described as a discomfort template,
Mm,
where in
yes.
order to be in the highest form that we can possibly occupy, we have
Mhm.
to move through the uncomfortable parts of this ascension processes. As all of you
Mhm.
know, listening to this now, it's not all sugar and spice and all things nice.
Mhm.
That's the reward at the end of it. in the meantime, we've got to do the work. We've got to anchor this energy in. We've got to be love. We have to speak love. We have to act upon the promptings of love, and that is becoming but not just a thing that we talk about in a workshop space. It's becoming a driving force of our current trajectory. So we're all feeling it, and some of us put into states of serious discomfort in order to align with that. I've experienced that many times this year. This is a year that I feel that almost at some point in the future that I could write a book about this year alone.
Could write a few on this year, I think, Tim.
Yeah, exactly.
We all could. Yeah.
It's the way that it has happened, the way that we've had to adjust to it, and the things that we are experiencing. And Alice and I are very excited to be bringing through this work together on the 5th of September on 7 o'clock.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
9 o'clock. 7 o'clock. I always get my times wrong. So
it's all right. It's good. It's 9 o'clock somewhere in the world. Someone's watching it at 9.
It will be, won't it?
But yeah, it will. But oh my gosh, we just before we go separate ways after this call and close it down and say thank you and we love you. We have the Council of Neptune actually here already, just wishing to speak a couple of things, if that's okay. Welcome, spiritual warriors, welcome. Our hearts are open, our hearts beat for you, for your courage. And we call you now, you must walk into your fear. Walk into your fear, do not walk away. For fear is only old programs and illusions, trapped in time. We call you to feel comfortable in the uncomfortable, for the uncomfortable is only the emotions that are stagnant, that have made themselves hard. The emotions are what are stopping the spiritual waters bursting through, rejuvenating, nourishing, and replenishing every cell. It is the old emotions which are the dead waters in your being, which are being called to release and to clear. Those muddy waters is what Neptune is bringing up for you. The old emotions that are stored, that have been creating contrast and conflict, initiations galore, these are ready to release, and they can do so with ease. But we call you, you must have the courage to walk into your fear, to walk into the emotions, to feel them, to release them. For the stream of the ineffable divine consciousness which is being brought through, which is there for you eternally with love, is finding a pathway, is channeling it through. And so the old emotions are being called to release. And this is what Neptune, this is what we are offering you with our auric field, with our beautiful dispersed light reaching far and wide. You're breathing it in through our retrograde right now. We are assisting you because it is what you have called in. In love, you have called in this path of bliss, of oneness. For below as it is above, and so you call it in, and we oblige under the law of grace. For this is the next step to ascend your divine, beautiful, radiant human race. We love you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you to the Masters of Neptune, and thank you for bringing that through, Alice. That was they know when to dive in, don't they?
Yeah, and like the body will shake until you speak it through. So
yeah, it has to come through. So
yeah,
just the more that we look at the energy of what's going on at the moment, and the experiences that we're all having, what we're witnessing out in the world. The period now between September and the December solstice are going to be kind of what we call mission critical. Yeah. And so the work that we do together collectively, not just upon ourselves, but on the greater picture, it's but this year is becoming increasingly important. And that's not said with the weight of putting pressure on all of us, but because a lot of us are already feeling like we're under a huge amount of pressure. But there are things occurring that can't be replicated in further down the line.
Mhm.
Now is the time, basically, to be anchoring that in for ourselves and for the greater good of this incredible Atlantean Ascension Goldprint. And what I'm really looking forward to, Alice, the most, is that we're on my territory in this workshop. We're going to be moving into the Temple of Poseidon, the Cathedral of Sacred Heights, and there is fantastic work to be done.
Yes, there is, and what a joy! What a joy! And my heart bows to you. I'm humbled and so appreciative for the collaboration and for each one of you that is going to join us in bringing through these frequencies and unlocking them, not only for ourselves individually, but collectively for the earth and for the universe. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right, my lovely souls. Well, thank you, Alice, as well. And so on the 5th of September, 7 o'clock, UK, British Summer Time, join Alice and I for this event, and we will be very grateful to receive you into the field and to do this work together.
Yeah, it's powerful and beautiful. Thank you, Tim. Thank you.
All right, sending you all lots of love. Bye for now.
Bye.